Hi everybody, good morning. My name is Alexis Olson. I'm coming to you live from Missoula, Montana, and I have a really good live video for you today. If you are someone who's been on your health and fitness journey for a while and you know a thing or two about nutrition or about fitness, or you've just been exercising a while, then you're going to find a lot of value from this video because we're going to get a little bit more in depth than just the basic stuff, which I think a lot of people are craving for, and I know I like to nerd out on stuff like this. So I'm excited to chat with you about some things that I learned this morning. And as you are hopping on, if you can give me a 1 in the comments below if you are watching this live. And if you are catching the replay, then please drop a 2 in the comments below with the hashtag replay. Say hello to me as you're jumping on. I might do a giveaway just for you to tuning into this video. So to be able to enter the giveaway, please drop your Instagram handle in the comments below. And then share this video and then comment below done. And then that will be your entry. And I'm going to give away a 3-day trial of this DNA signaling technology that I've been taking for almost 3 years now. Now, why should you give a fuck about what I'm about to say? As you see in the title of the video, our brains change after 30, and I'm going to get into that a little bit. I'm also going to talk to you about glucose resistance and how that results to fat loss, longevity, a longer lifespan, and also satiating your hunger or your palate or however you want to look at it. So let's get into it. Okay. So some of the things that I learned today from a really respectable doctor who's been studying ketogenesis, the ketogenic diet, and exogenous ketones specifically that I take for 10 years, was that after 30, studies have shown that our brain becomes extremely resistant to glucose. So, and carbohydrates, same thing, right? Carbohydrates are converted into glucose in our body. And so why does that matter? Why should you care about our brains being more resistant to glucose after 30? One, because most of us are running on a glucose dependent fuel source. And two, because the American diet is made up of mostly consist of carbohydrates. Now, I want to preference this by saying I do not do the keto diet. I have never done the ketogenic diet for any significant amount of time. I work with a lot of people, and I even coach some clients one-on-one on doing the keto diet, so I'm very familiar with it. My specialty as a nutrition specialist is more so on helping people manipulate their macros and also introducing them to a technology that is going to go straight to their brain so that they can optimize their experience in any diet or any path that they choose to take on their health journey. So even though I don't do that, I can definitely coach people to it, but it's just not something that I personally choose for me. Anyway, what I want to talk about though on this video is the technology though that I take and that you can leverage regardless the way that you're eating. Hi Lori, thanks for jumping on. So that's what I get so geeked up about is leveraging this technology. And so I'm just going to answer some frequently asked questions that I get whenever I'm talking to people. And one of those questions is, I kind of answered it. Do you have to eat the keto diet for your products to work? So obviously the answer is no, and I'm going to explain why. And then I'll save this video and upload it on YouTube so I can tag people in it every time they ask me. And so, yeah, so why don't you have to? That doesn't really make sense, right? So this is why. Like I said, let me kind of back it up a little bit and explain the difference between ketogenesis, the ketogenic diet, ketosis, and exogenous ketones. So ketogenesis is when your body is in a natural state of ketosis. How do you get into a natural state of ketosis? Well, there are several ways that you can do that. There's actually 3 ways you can do that. One is going into a fast. So a little fun fact, when we're born, we're actually born into a natural state of ketosis. Breast milk actually contains ketones, so it's very healthy for the baby and brain development. Again, this is all a natural part of the process. And then the second way to achieve it, so fasting, right? If you're an adult, you've done a fast, a lot of times if you didn't eat super late at night, you wake up first in the morning, you're going to have a higher level of ketones in your blood than after you have a meal with like oatmeal or whatever. So that's one way to do it. So a lot of people do intermittent fasting. To be honest, I haven't really been doing intermittent fasting. yeah, and then the last way to do it is, I think I said ketogenic diet. I don't know if I mentioned that. No. So the second way to do it is a ketogenic diet. So that's eating a high-fat diet with virtually no carbs. If you eat too many carbs, you can knock yourself out. If you eat too much protein, you can knock yourself out. The reason I don't suggest a ketogenic diet is because it really is designed for people who are willing to be super, super strict, or it's designed for extreme athletes. And it's not something that you can like go on and off. Like you have to be all in. You have to be completely committed. It's not something that I'm willing to commit to. 95% of people are in the same boat as me. It's just not sustainable for them. So the third way to attain ketosis and change your fuel source to your brain is through exogenous ketones. And so the next question I always ask now that people kind of understand how this works is, okay, so I can drink exogenous ketones. I have a little packet right here. So here's what it looks like. So I can drink some exogenous ketones, shake it up in some water, and I'm going to be in ketosis. How can it be that easy? How can that truly benefit me if I'm not eating keto, if I'm not doing intermittent fasting? Well, here's the thing. Studies have found that all of the benefits that come from the keto diet are specifically because of ketones and how they signal DNA in our body. And so what's different about these ketones? There's other ketones on the market. Why can't I take other ones? Well, these ones are actually naturally fermented. So there's other ketones that companies have produced, and I'll do what the doctor did in the video. So go ahead and put your hands in front of you just like this, and look at your hands, right? They're a mirror image of each other, unless you're like missing a finger or something. Now try to put one hand on top of the other. It doesn't match perfectly, right? And so that's how we would describe other ketone products. So there's two different kinds of ketones. There's called the L version and the D version. The D version is an exact match to the ketones that your body naturally produces. And your body cannot use the other ones. So there's these companies that are using a mixture of the D and L isometric or isomeric, I think that's the word, ketones. But the company that I'm a part of and the technology that I utilize for my fitness goals is the only company in the entire world that has the D form of the ketones that your body can readily absorb and recognize as its own. So that's what makes this so much different. So because of that, it is able to break through the blood barrier of the brain. So we have this like barrier where like our brain determines like if it can go there or not, and if it's not recognized in our body as our own, it's not going to get to your brain. So what this technology does is it signals that you're fuller longer. You don't have cravings for sugar because your brain needs fuel to work, and it can only run on two things, glucose or ketones. And so in drinking these, it's going to signal satiation. That's just saying like you're fuller longer, which is going to over time result in weight loss and a ton of other cognitive benefits, as well as mood. I mean, if you think about it, everything happens in the brain. So any ailment that you're having, like I struggled with fatigue in the past, anxiety, depression, blah, blah, blah. I do not experience those things when I'm using this technology. And we're calling it a technology rather than a supplement because of the signaling it does to our DNA. And I don't know any other supplements that do that. And so I'm nearing 30. I definitely, when I'm not drinking these, have felt the like slow sluggishness or like inability to focus or like feeling like I just need to chug coffee. And I don't feel that way when I drink these. And so I'm really excited about these. Not only are these the only one in the entire world that are the exact replica of the ones that our body produces, but they're naturally fermented. And so being a holistic person and someone who's a big component of eating real whole foods, I'm a huge fan of that as well. So yeah, I think I covered everything. Now you know what ketogenesis means, you know what ketones are, you know what exogenous ketones means. All that is you're drinking ketones from outside of your body, and that's how you're consuming them rather than producing them on your own. And you learned about the signaling benefits to your DNA and just the fact that your brain becomes more resistant to glucose as a form source, which is why you might have mom brain or your whatever you want to call it after 30. So that's my little tidbit. If you want to if you want to enter in my giveaway, then make sure you put your Instagram handle below, you share this video, and you type done in the comments below, and I will be giving a 3-pack giveaway of these naturally fermented ketones, as well as some of our keto cream. Again, you don't have to eat keto, you can just enjoy the benefits of the technology. And the keto cream is made with MCT oil, which has proven to, it's fat is what it is. MCT is medium chain triglycerides. So it's fat, goes straight to your brain, really good for digestion. I didn't even talk about digestion today. That's why I started drinking them again though. And so with MCT though, real quick, my little tidbit on that, because that's what you'll get to if you win this. I'm just going to pick a random winner. I'll probably close this contest in like 2 days, so make sure you enter right now. The MCT oil, even though it's fat, research studies have concluded that it's not stored as fat, it's actually a thermogenesis, so it burns fat. So you'll get that in your little sample. You'll get to try a couple of these flavors to find your favorite one as well, and that is it. So I hope you guys are having a beautiful Friday. I got a lot of homework to do. I'd rather stay on here and talk to you guys all about this technology and help you reach your health and fitness goals, but I got some other goals too. But I will respond to you as soon as possible if you're interested, if you have more questions about the science and technology. I didn't really understand why what I was taking worked so well, but I just liked it, so I kept doing it. So hopefully this gives you some insight or answers some of your questions that I know I get a lot of. And yeah, let me know how you guys are feeling today. I definitely know I need this sunshine in my life, if you would, during times like these. So I've got a goal, and the way that I'm like looking at my goals right now is I'm just focusing on one day at a time. Like today I'm going to do this, I'm not worried about tomorrow. I'm not worried about what happened yesterday. So thanks for watching, and I really appreciate you guys so much. A lot of you have been doing my free workouts that I've been posting. And if you are interested in doing that, you can go to youtube.com/Alexis Olson Fitness and stream my free workouts, get your body moving. Yeah, let's stay healthy during this time. Love you guys.